The swagger, seem cold as a stranger from Pennsylvania, chilling in the W where they lift bangers, throwing up them frankers. See, I'm showing that I'm living, and I'm already acting like I'm worth 20 million. I shake off these haters like snow from my boots. The champagne bottles and all white suits. I show up out of town in an all white goose. I'm feeling like the shit cause it's all right too. It's government scandals put the state on trial. The DAs and judges are the criminals now. The whole judicial branch is a fucking cash cow, so they gonna have to take me out before I take them all down. This is Mad City. This is our town. If we in it for a penny, then we in it for the pound. You trolling online like you a bunch of gangsters. Meet us at the Coliseum. We'll entertain you. It's life with my feet up. Fuck some new sneakers. I rule my own empire. Julius Caesar up here reaching third dimension. That's the crew that I fuck with. Stop trying to hide, fool. Let's do this in public. Yeah. You know what it is. Taibu Muad'Dib back in the house, man. I got guests already in the studio. Y'all getting the message. Y'all getting the tune. It's True Love Tuesday, man. It's going out. Shout out to my brother Lateef, Slim Reese Cameron, that produced this song. I'm telling you right now, with all things going on right there, you never know if you're going to see tomorrow. Do a song with your family. Do a song with them. All right? Lil Bug got some flow. If you haven't checked out my Motivation Speaking Extravaganza, he got a couple songs on video. It's nice. I can't wait till I get a couple more songs done and he and I can do a concert together. It's gonna go big. Sexiest man Dallas right here, man. Taibu Muad'Dib. This is You're a Mess. And if you are, I want you on my show. Ooh, I want you on my show. We got, of course, the Shame bag in the house. Clearly it says shame. All right. Got the Shame bag in the house. You know what it is. One time for the one time. And that is the show. Uh-oh. Man, we got, hey, look, it's going down tonight, man. I got my man D out, man. Shout out to California. I hope y'all got water. If not, we got some here for you. I'll ship it to you. UPS, FedEx, what you need. And look, another place, another state that's in the news right now. All the Jeffrey Dahmer Files fans. I ain't even watched the confession tape yet. I can't wait to get that going. Shout out to the Mill Willie and my cousin Spencer. I can't make this up right now. I got famous individuals on the show tonight, man. Look, for the best viewing experience, search for me at Taibu Muad'Dib on YouTube. I'm gonna put it over here for y'all on Instagram. I'm telling y'all, once the relationship, once the reality TV show version of my show jumps off, I'm going to only be on YouTube, and it's going to cost to subscribe. So give grandfather in and subscribe right now. Ain't that right, D.R. man?
That's right. They're about to get it right.
You better subscribe now for it costs $10.99 to get a subscription. Bottom line. Cousin Spencer, man, I ain't seen you on the show since you had cousin Shamaya in a tongue tie. What's going on with you, man?
Woo! Working, man. Working and spending time with family.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. How about you, D.R. man? My brother Damon, what's going on, man? How's the lovely queen and the business going?
The queen is good. The business is evolving. I'm personally evolving. All is moving forward. Still going right along with the universe, man. Still in that creating mode. It ain't stopped since the beginning of creation. So
it ain't in a circle. Gangsters make the, no, I was kidding. Shout out to the WC and the rest of the West Coast Connection. Love that song. I got that song on my playlist. That's my jam, man. Gets me in my zone. So tonight on True Love Tuesday, man, I swear I've been doing True Love Tuesday. And me and Shane have to jump it off, and we ain't even been together that long. I'm talking about, but we gotta kick it off. We're gonna kick it off. We need to get people on the show in committed, serious, lasting relationships to show everybody else how to do it right. Everybody want to know how to do it right. They like Taibu. When I was super duper single, they weren't trying to listen to me. I've been in a relationship like the last almost year now. Now they listen to me a little bit. Come on, if you've been in a relationship for 10 years, 18 years, relationship prison sentence, 21 years, 22 years, I'm telling you right now, man, come on this show. People really, the culture is listening now. I finally got the people's ear. I might have a sponsor coming on. Dion, man, I would love for your company to sponsor this show, man, and give them that spiritual healing that they need. I have the brother Basim on here. You know he's into that as well. I really don't have a spiritual aspect to add to people. Like, I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. He saved my soul when I was wrong, in my wrongs. But I don't push it on people. So this podcast is definitely non-denominational, but I'm telling you, Dion, man, we really need to think on a higher plane. So I respect.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't want people to confuse spirituality with religion.
Okay, break it down for us.
Thing. Yeah, it's two different things. Mm-hmm. So when I'm dealing with on the spiritual, I'm literally dealing with the souls of mankind. In fact, your true identity. I'm not, and this is without a third entity. You know, even with Jesus was pointing to the Christ within you. It wasn't about it, but you know, a lot of people make the mistake and start favoring the man instead of the Christ within.
Right, so, right.
Yeah. So that's the difference. But I just give the metaphysics side of it. That's all.
Okay. If you want to be more metaphysical, you gotta tap in with my brother. I'm telling y'all something right now. I see commercials on Bitcoin, on the metaverse, all this stuff. Like, I said, what is the metaverse? I seen Spider-Man in the metaverse, but what is the metaverse? What's going on with people these days? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Cousin Spencer, quote me on this. Be a forward thinker. Be a forward thinker. A man without a plan is not a man. Be a forward thinker. Young people, be forward thinkers. All right, this is real deal. I got some new stuff. I'm gonna try some new stuff tonight. If it don't work, y'all don't blame me. I'm just trying something new. It's always a process. I'm gonna have some sound effects tonight because my lovely girlfriend got me some toys in here to mess around with. I want the viewers to tap in and log on. I'm getting about 100 views an episode, man, by myself.
That's good.
With the guests, it's up like about 150 with the guests. So
congratulations, man.
I need y'all to like, post, share, subscribe. If you ain't subscribed but you watching right now, you're a dirty dog. Look, here's the deal. Don't subscribe because Taibu's asking for subscribers. Subscribe so that people that you know need to hear about the mess that they in hear it. We're all a mess in certain ways. Nobody will tell you more about that than my brother Dion, man. He told me in a candid moment, he said, Taibu, I'm very transparent about my challenges. I'm very transparent about what I've been through. But my brother, I've been working harder to be like that ever since you said it. Cousin Spencer.
Yes.
Have you been asking people about that 100 bodies like Cousin Fred?
Ain't even gotta ask that question though, Bo. I could see it from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Remember that? Did you get the post I sent you from Facebook?
No, I didn't get it.
I saw the thing because it was on my page. I sent it.
Okay, what was it about? Remind me.
You just gotta have to check your inbox and just see it.
Okay, I will. My bad. I'm so forward thinking. I see. I probably saw it and glanced like I'm gonna get back to it. Never did. I'm gonna check it out. My bad, cuz. Because I know you look out, and I need y'all. And look, everybody, I need y'all to continue to apply the show with your questions and concerns and comments. What topics are sincere to you? What y'all been getting for 150 episodes? Dun, 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 dun. Yes, everybody. Here I got to play with my toys real quick. Tonight, You're a Mess just hit 150 episodes.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. There you go. Thank you very much.
Take your bow.
You get too kind. No. Thank you very much. Thank you. 150 episodes. I got my man So we got Milwaukee, and now we got Madtown in the house, man. Shout out to the whole UW, man. All the Badgers out there, man. We got my man Don Rico in the house. What's going on, Big Don?
Man, you can't call it small mellow to a jab, baby. You know that.
Yeah. No one gave a more honest description of what they had been through with the woman than my man Don Rico. He talked about love lost and love gained in a way that we haven't seen on here in some time. So I appreciate you for that, man. You brought some real to the show. People want to see you on the show more. You know, you draw the crowd, fam. So I appreciate you jumping in here tonight, man. For real.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, you a crowd favorite.
What's up to everybody? It's online.
Hey, okay, so yeah, we're gonna get. I'm gonna introduce everybody for everybody, but y'all get to know us. So my cousin Spencer, man, he's a Pinkston. My aunt Stephanie, she's a Pinkston, man. The Pinkston family is huge, in case you did not know. And then so he's out there in Milwaukee, but I started in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, man. That's everybody just branched out from there. That's where the start was for me. So love the Pinkstons, man. Love my cousins. They're all real people. I grew up with Don Rico. We played Little League football together. I'm telling y'all, if you didn't know, he is unsigned hype. My man Don was out there knocking fools out legally, legal hits. Back when it was okay to get a blow to the elbow to the forearm to the face mask. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I love football. I used to play it.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So my man, he was one of the best of the best in our time. Over here right now, my man Zaza 608, Zaza Lily, my man out there in Seattle, man. I coached him playing for the Raiders, and right now I have a son. My 9-year-old Don plays for the Southside Raiders. So just a lineage of good of Raiders, man, coming through there, man. Yeah.
Hey, did you get that picture I sent you?
Yeah. I respect it.
That's
it too.
history, ain't it?
Yeah.
You had left us, didn't you? Didn't you leave us, or was that you?
Yeah, no, I wasn't in that picture. It was like you, Damien. It was like, the 88 team. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I for some reason I must have missed that picture day.
Yeah,
but I was
definitely
on that team.
Time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was. People don't know how bad I was back in the day, man. I was bad. I was bad before I should have even been bad. I'm telling you right now.
You was a good football player too, though, man.
Yeah. No, I just look. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I was the smallest out the bunch. I was not a big dude. Y'all see my Facebook post. I'm like this. So who wants result? You know what I'm saying? But I was a skinny, ugly, duckling, dark child. Trust me. I had my day back. See, back in the day, Don had the Al B. Shore look. You know what I'm saying? So he was getting over. That was back with Al B. Shore, and who else was it? The bar, Elder Barge, everybody back in the late 80s was for the light skin. I'm telling you. I ain't lying, cousin Spencer. Light skin had it back then. Keep it real.
Yep.
Ain't it?
Light skin still got it, man.
I'm not light skinned though, so I don't know. I'm caramel complected, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle. In the middle.
It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
We got Drake holding us down, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Drake know he in rare air too. You know what I'm saying? He probably the only light skinned dude out there really making some real waves. You know what I'm saying? He can say he a king. You know what I mean? Like, he's the only real one. So and fools are shooting darts at him for real. You know what I mean? So shout out to Drake out there, man, holding down for light skin. Him, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Smash Brothers.
Well, you can't say that now because What's-His Name just took an L for the light skin after he got faded in practice by Draymond Green.
Oh yeah.
I ain't hear about that. What happened?
But you know what I'm
Jordan
saying?
Poole got knocked out at practice.
And you know what though? That was some hating shit, man. He mad because Shorty a beast.
No,
my fault. No cussing.
It's not that. It's not that.
About contracts because look what Jordan Poole did last year in the finals, and look what Draymond did. Hey, look right now, Draymond, you getting up there. You like 33, 30, 32, 33. You replaceable. This boy like 23, 24. And he a beast. If you look at those games that was played, man, they was putting him right in there to fill in for Curry. Curry coaching him up to be the next monster.
Okay. I feel it.
But
But
you,
yeah,
but
he
you,
did knock him
but
out
you.
though. He sucker punched him.
It wasn't a sucker punch. They was in each other's face. Dude, Jordan Poole pushed him, so you get grown man thing at that point.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Well,
it. But Draymond
I
don't get
want
no points for knocking out.
I want to say that I truly love competition, and so it's good to have healthy competition. But we as African men definitely should
But
not
look,
let light
this
skin,
all I'm
dark skin
saying.
get between us. It's just for fun,
Exactly.
That
you
shit
know.
should
It's
have never
definitely
leaked.
just for fun. And Draymond really is one of my favorite players anyway. Ever since the LeBron walkover, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Did y'all see? I don't know. I mean, swiping at a man's genitals, you know, I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? I
Nah.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's what it is.
Hey,
You gonna laugh that one out. You gonna
but
laugh about that one right there.
what's the name? Draymond don't get no props for doing that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, at the end of the day, they just two men had a dispute, and it just got physical altercation. That's how I look at it
It
all.
shouldn't have been leaked on camera. See, that's what this
Right,
world is all about: cameras and
True,
videos and all
right,
that.
true,
That
very
shit should
true.
have stayed
right.
in the practice, and it wouldn't even be blew up like that.
Yeah, but I guess what's the name wanted to be blown out at the proportion at the end of the day.
It's
Hey
all
man, he
good though.
punched me.
Yeah, dude ain't really saying nothing though. He ain't really saying nothing about it. He ain't crying about it. Nothing.
Of
He
course he
just
did. He
doing
cried.
him.
He cried in private. He went and cried the car.
Hey, that's the best thing to do. Hey, he better not have cried in public. It'd have been over with for him. They done tormented him the whole season. Cry baby, cry baby, cry baby.
He went and cried the car.
Hey, look, the other fans still might torment him. You got knocked out. They might get the
He
knocked out,
did.
knocked out. They might, fans will torment you anything they know about you.
You know, I watched that Redeem Team thing on Netflix. That was
Yeah.
pretty deep. Y'all should check that out, man. That was pretty hot. We're gonna move off into the show, man. The topic for tonight. The topic for tonight is pointing the thumb, right? I want to talk about pointing the thumb, like taking accountability on ourselves, like really looking at ourselves and how we affect other people in our relationships, right? So pointing the thumb is kind of deep. And I talked about and DR, man, I want your opinion on this first. And I'm going on the line. All right. Yesterday on the show, I said that it's tough for people. This is my reason why it's tough. It's tough for people to point the thumb at themselves because we grow up hating to be blamed for anything. So blaming ourselves for something is just tough. And nobody want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So we have an aversion, a natural built-in aversion to blame. No one wants that blame. So for me to ask you to blame yourself for why your relationship blew up, that's a tough sell. What do you think to say about that, Dion, man?
Well, I think it's when you say not want to take the blame, what you're really talking about is not want to be held accountable for your part, the part that you play. Anything that shows up and goes south, every party involved have something to do with it. And the main thing is owning up to your part in it. And I can tell you, like even with my ex-wife, I know we have our reasons for getting divorced, but at this point, I've looked and I examined myself so much because of that departure. I examined myself so much, I really can't even remember what she did. You see, because I took all accountability for it. That literally set me on a path of personal growth.
Wow.
So I can make sure that doesn't happen again because I actually appreciated and love my marriage. So now I have to examine myself, make sure that whatever that was in me is not showing up in the next good relationship I have, which is one I have now. And so I'm not the same version of a man, and that's because I took accountability. So when you say not being blamed, you're just talking about being afraid of taking personal accountability. We can't hear you, beloved. You
My
muted.
bad. I have to mute the mic sometimes, so there's a reverberation, a feedback. So if I mute y'all mics, it's not to mute y'all. It's just to make sure we can hear the person that's talking. I'm gonna mute you right now, Damon. But that was awesome. I want everybody. We're gonna compare what everybody say. That was deep. That was deep. You kicked it off real well. Thank you. All right, Don Rico.
What up?
Why do you think it's so difficult for people to blame themselves when things don't go well in relationships? Why is that so hard for people?
I mean, I can only speak for myself on this one.
Okay, let's do it.
Because one thing is like what you said, that we don't want to be blamed for nothing, but a lot of the times, a lot of us grew up getting blamed for a lot of shit we didn't do. Oops, I'm sorry, my bad. I keep forgetting. I apologize. A lot of stuff we didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to be. We want to avoid the environment I grew up in. A lot of stuff I got blamed for that I didn't do, and I also did a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yeah, it's like he said, taking accountability. When you get to a certain point in your life, it makes everything easier. Just take accountability and go forward. Don't, you know what I mean? And if your significant other or whoever you're dealing with, like if it's continuous, if it doesn't work, then you gotta let things go. You know what I mean? Still hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying?
I can respect that, man. We need different perspectives. And like I said, you always coming deep. Shout out to everybody up on Instagram land. I'm telling you, for the best podcasting experience, come on over here to YouTube. I pinned it up there. Search for it on Taibu Muad'Dib. And we're live there right now. Want to see you over here. All right. Look, I'm gonna go down the line. Thank you for that, Todd. All right. Let's go. We here right now. Cousin Spencer, I know you're gonna blast us. Let's go. Why are people having such a tough time, pointing the thumb?
Pointing the thumb because they don't want to have that guilt on them. That's the biggest issue. A person who don't want to have guilt will never take the blame for nothing that they do wrong. I've honestly, I have done that myself sometimes, but as things change in my life, I take accountability for everything. That's the reason why I'm still single, because I don't want to get in a relationship and I still got that same mentality and things of that nature. I don't want that.
All right.
So I'd rather better myself first before I even think about that.
Okay. So we have relationships now. On the post when I created the broadcast, it's relationships lasting because people are doing what Diamen said versus what's happening with zero accountability relationships. So raise your hand if there was a relationship that you were involved in where you didn't hold yourself accountable at all for your actions. Okay, unanimous. All right. Now raise your hand if you were truly ever involved in a relationship where you held yourself accountable to the highest standards. Okay, just two of us. Or did you? Okay, you did. Okay, three of y'all. Okay, I'm the only mess right here, y'all. You already know that. That's why I got this show going, y'all.
Hey, I ain't say every relationship. You said a relationship.
Y'all help me out, because I'm definitely a mess. It just is what it is, man. I'm telling you right now. It is what it is. Hey. Man. I know I'm a mess, man. That's why I got the show started. Maybe I can get some elevation out of this situation.
Did you hear what I said?
Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said I ain't say every relationship. I said a relationship.
Okay. So now going in the reverse direction, Cousin Spencer.
Yes.
If the relationship hasn't ended, or if it has ended, irregardless, what did you get as a man out of that situation?
What I got out of it, a better perspective of me and the next person I'll meet. Literally, that's what I've got out of it.
We're gonna applaud that, brother. That's real talk. We're gonna give him a long applause on that one. That's what we need out here, fellas. We need that realness. Don Rico, as a man, whether that relationship ended or not, that's not even the point. The point that you gave 110%. What did you gain as a man from doing that?
what I gained as a man is taking the guilt, taking the stress, taking a responsibility of what I did off my back. That way I felt, it lifted the load just by being honest and being a man about it. Okay.
We got to applaud that one right there too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that brother right there for keeping it all the way 100, man. All right, DR Men, you're up. You're in a relationship still currently. So what as a man are you gaining by going 110% point the thumb and hold yourself accountable?
Confidence, being bold, and because what it's taught me to do is be intentional about everything that I do, not emotional. You see, it's about stepping forward. So then, if there is anything, and this is going back to what Don Rico said. I'm sorry, who was that? Yeah, it was Don Rico. He said, being blamed for things that we didn't do. So if you do something that's intentional and you meant to do it, but yet getting accused for doing something that you did not do that was not in alignment with your intention. Now, but at least you knew what you did, so you got the confidence now to tell them to, basically combat that. Like, no, this is actually what, regardless of how you took it, this is what my intentions were. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I always am moving forward with great intention. I know exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing something, and so I can separate what's mine versus what's somebody else's.
And
You know,
definitely,
if
indeed,
it's if it's their emotional perspective versus my
I'm on
true
a live
intention.
podcast. Don't forget that.
indeed,
Mm,
indeed. Uh, so when I hear you guys' responses, all of it sounds so powerful. The platform I'm trying to build here, I want to become like the resource for people that are trying to really date and be serious, right? And let's just all be honest. I mean, going into relationships these days, we're not intentional. I just had the episode last week. We're not planning strategically enough. You know what I'm saying? Going in, we are allowing our emotions to drive us into relationships and situations that we're not prepared for, we're not ready for, none of that. And then when it becomes the mess, we have the audacity to point the finger at the sisters when we're a mess. So I appreciate, man, the candid responses. Let's have a little fun with it now, shall we? And don't forget, hey, even though we have a little fun, don't forget the shame bag is lurking. Don't shame yourself on the show. All right, listen. All right, look, I'm just saying we'll have a little fun. So here's my hypothetical, right? The man and the woman, they together, okay? Now the man faithful, the woman know this, right? But her last relationship, the man wasn't faithful. So all the man gets, not every day, but occasionally enough, he gets that his phone go ping. She's like, who's that? You know, or or
backlash from
or or
he
or
gets the
she te- or she
backlash
te-
from his
or she
last
texts him at
relationship.
work or while he at work or texts him while he out taking care of his functions, and it takes him maybe 10 or 15 minutes to text back. You know, it's not instantaneous like she likes. So he gets to the crib. It's like, I text you, why it takes so long to respond? I'm talking about this. What I'm talking about. This is hypothetical. How can we as men who may have been, I know I've been through it, how can we as men counsel a brother that's going through that right now to get his significant other to see that if she points the thumb, she'll realize that he's getting beef and heat from her from issues that only she can fix for herself. How if he come on the show right now, if he showed up right now in the virtual studio and say, "Y'all help me," what would you say, Don Rico, to that man?
You want the truth, right?
Well, cuss
Hey,
him. Don't
I
cuss.
tell him, hey, I tell him,
PG
man,
13.
I tell him, man, look, maybe it ain't you, maybe it's her. She might be toxic.
Okay. I mean,
I'm not trying to throw it off on her, but if she's insecure about her last relationship, the new boyfriend that ain't doing nothing shouldn't have to take the hammering and the beating for it.
Hey, look, don't go any. Hold on. Let me get my stuff going. I have to applaud that. I don't know if I agree with it. It sounded good to me. You gonna go ahead and mute that brother. He gets my applause. Man, what would you say to that brother?
Well, let me tell you, I actually counsel couples. I got several couples that I counsel that go through that very same thing that you're talking about. And this is what I basically say to them. When a woman is in that position to where she's carrying over baggage from a previous relationship, and we're talking about emotional baggage.
Indeed.
What's happened, even if that previous guy had cheated on her, she developed a condition, an emotional condition.
Okay.
And before, and my advice to him would be to put some space between her and him, because it ain't nothing he's going to be able to do at this point, because she's got to recondition so she can reset to appreciate the moment that she got right now with him, right? So she needs to recondition, and so she can conform and be who she needs to be for the current relationship, not be who she still is from the past relationship.
Hold it.
You know?
Hold it. We gonna get that applause. Y'all, hey, that's 2-for-0 right now. Cousin Spencer, you better not mess it up. You better not say no trash, bro. What would you say to that brother? If he came on here and said, "Yeah, I'm going through this thing, help me."
I'm gonna give him the honest. I'm gonna give him the honest truth. The honest truth is sometimes you might have to just learn to walk away from that situation, because that woman ain't gonna never want to change from that, because she too far, either too past broken and won't let that go to move on and grow from that pain, or is she really insecure now because that's the person before her made her that way and she doesn't know how to change from that.
How long would you give a person to like decide that ballpark figure?
Me personally, I'll give you at least about close to 3 months. If you can't break from that,
Go ahead. I couldn't believe it. Go ahead, keep going, brother.
I'm dead serious. If you can't break from that, I know like some people got deep pain and it's hard to let go of that, but you got to really let it go, because you let another person keep power over you if you keep that going on. Because that's what the true meaning that it is. You got another person holding power over you if you still got that same baggage you carrying.
I'll give that applause because it was free. Sometimes you gotta go win the hold. No, win the fold. Hey, I'm just keeping it 100, man. I'm keeping it 100. Everybody's coming off the mic. Everybody's coming off the mute. Let's not all talk at once, but we all in the community together. I think y'all all had solid advice.
Both of the brothers made good facts.
So somebody's got a hum in their microphone. I think it's
that's my brother Spencer. I got him.
Okay.
Go ahead, Don.
Both of them was right on point. You know what I'm saying? It's like he said. The second brother, what's his name?
Spencer. Dion.
Yeah, but he the one that spoke first.
Below man, yeah, my man Damon. Man, yes, sir.
He said it in the row, you know what I'm saying? And then the brother above him, he just kept it real. Like I was saying, how long has it been since this woman was in the last relationship? Because if she jumps in a relationship a month later or 2 months later, like he said, this ain't mighty enough time for her to heal.
I did that show. Women are easy these days. That's not our fault. You know what I'm saying? If you get with an easy woman, you probably gonna have some of them issues. Because if she easy, your relationship might be greasy. Go ahead.
I understand that, but you meet her and y'all talking and stuff. You know, I might not dig into her for the 3 or 4 times after I talked to her. Like, when was your last relationship? You know what I'm saying? And she might not be truthful because she might be skip, hopping, and jumping. So she don't want you to look. She don't want to look like a jump off to you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like the brother said down there, bringing that extra baggage from the last relationship. You got to be over that. You shouldn't even bring it into the next relationship. And then the other brother said he'll give her 3 months. He giving her plenty leeway because she should have
3 months
been
out.
3 months out and be recovered by the time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm rocking with y'all tonight. Y'all batting 100 tonight. Since you was since you keep being referenced, go ahead, Spencer. Break down why 3 months is appropriate for the people that's going to view and check this out later. Why is 3 months an appropriate amount of time?
But for me, only reason I say 3 months because I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. As for 3 months, I'm only doing that as a benefit of the doubt because I don't know what the person could have actually done to her or what she could have even done to herself in the relationship. Because sometimes, like I say, it takes two to mess. It could take two to mess up a relationship too, as well.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to go use the bathroom, man. Go get some popcorn, man. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. We'll come back with shades, right or wrong segment. We're gonna get this thing done. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a better experience, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go do y'all thing. I'm gonna cut all the mics off, man, and we're gonna listen to this screen share. This is if you didn't know what I've been through. Don Rico knows me. Me and my cousin Spencer, we just get reunited as far as family. My man Dion Man knows my struggle. You always thought that I had it together, that I knew how to talk, speak, to coach, to act. I didn't. So check out the finished beat. Let's go. If I only had how it started, how bad it was, how meager my beginnings, how humble the start, all the bad stuff, all the negativity poured into me. If I could tell you just how truly, truly terrible my life was when I was a child, you look at me as a man and see me rebuilt, the reconstruction that happened. You can look at me and you will see a person that strove for greatness, that believed in excellence in themselves, in the community, a person that believed that he had something to offer, something deep inside that was waiting to come out, until one day, boom, all of a sudden, I was in sports. I was a champion. All of a sudden, I could read. And then I began to write poetry. I began to write songs. Now I write novels. I champion social justice. I'm a force to be reckoned with. Because at the end of the day, I knew it was up to me to make something happen. That no one was going to come and rescue me, save me. I had to do it myself. So don't look at me, the finished product of me, and say he never had to work hard for that body. He never had to strive and struggle for that money. Don't look at the finished product and say he had it easy, because that's just not true. The truth is, the hard reality is, I wasn't afraid to work. Anything worth working hard. Do the work. Do Okay. Anything worth having is worth working hard for. I want you to do the work. Welcoming to the show is the lovely Cowboy fan. Shout out to the Cowboys out there. Shout out to the Cowboy fan. let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, you guys. All right, hold on. My bad. We gotta get this playing. All right. So, say, now we're talking about pointing the thumb. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys so we can hear Shay. All right. So we got Shay Houston here. What's the right or wrong segment for today? How's it gonna go? What's the deal?
So we have a few men on a podcast talking about the difference between marrying someone that you've been with for so long and getting married. Like, what's the difference? Like, we're gonna see what he's saying, y'all. I want to see what y'all feel about if he's right or wrong.
Yeah, that's that's marriage is a hot topic because people need to be married. Stop living in sin. We want y'all to get yourselves together. There's a particular time on here we're looking for. Just go straight into it. We're going to skip ahead to about 4:46 and get this screen share done real quick. If it ever generates, I don't know. Let's go. So those that know, I've been. So we're going. Oops, it don't want to work with me. Let's go. Here we go. We're gonna go to 4:46 and get it done right. All right. So you know what it is. We gotta get it done the right way. I gotta bring her in the right way. I'm gonna give everybody opportunity to say hi, Shay. Let's go, cousin Spencer. You know what it is because y'all was getting into it last time about the who drops it. They opinion. They list down. He was saying it what it is though. It's the I ain't no joke by the wrong segment. Y'all remember that song right there? Y'all know what it is. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Rock Kim, man, one of the best to ever do it. Everybody can jump on here. We had somebody in here for a second. Where you go, Chrissy? we had a lady jump in there for a second. I was about to bring her in. We'll see. I'll just on her in a minute. All right, everybody. Today, you know, D, our man on the show before. You know, cousin Spencer, my man, Don Rico.
Hey, brother. I mean, you cutting in and out because I can't hear nothing but humming. It's a bunch of
okay.
humming.
All right. Yep. Can you hear? Is it good now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. All right. So Shay, you know, I hope you heard we were talking about what we were discussing. We're gonna help you, give you an opportunity to say your piece about pointing the thumb in a minute. Let's go to the screen share right away, fellas, and see what we have popping. And feel free to comment as we're watching. I got y'all unmuted. Cousin Spencer, I'm gonna bring you on solo so we can get things because for some reason when you're solo, it sounds okay. All right, so we're gonna do it just like that. The screen share is guy talk. It's funny. Let's get it cracking right here on Your Mess. Let's check it out.
Personally feel like once you feel like that woman is there for you, you want her to stay kind of in that pocket because that's why you got her there. You know what I'm saying?
Things that I don't do. But for some reason, when they get married, they start doing the things that you normally do.
What are those things?
Wanting to make monetary decisions. Okay?
Monetary decisions.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, we all different men, and we all run our shit differently, right? I run my shit a lot like how my father ran his shit, and my mother was the type of person that didn't take no quick. And I saw how he ran his shit, and his shit was like, "This is what I'm gonna do. I'm doing what's best for this family first and foremost." In my mind, when you deal with a woman, it doesn't matter if it's a mother, a daughter, or wife. They think about themselves first, and then you. Okay? As a man that's taking on a family or a woman, you think about them, us together first, and then yourself. Wow. It actually will go us together, her, then me.
Wow. That was deep. We're going to stop that share. I'll bring it back if I have to. But fellas, what do we think about that? I'm going to let you go first, cousin Spencer. I know you heard it. What do you think about that? Is he right or is he wrong?
To be honest, you're right. Because men do think about themselves last in the relationship and a marriage too. We always think about our kids, we think about our spouse, but we think about ourselves last about anything that we do.
we're gonna have to ask you to get different service. We don't do cricket service on this show, so you got
I ain't got no cricket phone.
we got to get you a lapel mic or something, brother. You killing the show, but I respect that, man. I respect what you just said. Don Rico, what's the deal, baby? Is he right or wrong?
He's right, man, because I done been around a lot of people that, oh, my girl, this, if I don't do this, if I don't do that, if I ain't on time, if I ain't this, it's all about her. What do you do? What do you do for yourself then? If you doing this, then I done seen dudes who was in relationships with females and the kids weren't even his. He take care of her kids like they his, which is nothing wrong with that. But then, he's putting everybody before him. And on the backlash is making him miserable, kind of.
All right. It sounds good to me. Brother D. Amen, do you think he's right or wrong?
Well, I say to each his own, but the way I do it and the way I coach my clients to do it is when you think about you have her, and then there's a union. Okay. So outside of the you and her, there's the union. That union becomes a whole nother entity. It's the thing that you should be thinking about. So there's nobody comes first. It's the unity. Are you taking care of the unity? Are you nurturing the unity? So doing and being what you need to do to make sure that that unity is solid and tight. And so that means whatever you have and whatever baggage she have should never ever come into that unity. You have to protect that unity, even from yourself and from her. Whatever past back, stuff that you had, it should never come into that unity. Because this is why. Let me tell you why. This is your choice. When you and her get together and what y'all form in a relationship, that's your choice. Why would you choose to be in a reality that you're not enjoying, period? So that means you need to make sure that what you put into it, because that's exactly what you're going to get out of it. Your relationship is a reflection of your inner thoughts and how you are on the inside anyway, right? So you might as well choose to be what you need to be to make sure that
We on Shane bag. Man, what are you talking about? Don't be getting so deep on him, kill about what you're saying. First I'm gonna give some rebuttal to that, and I'm gonna other brothers chew in on you. Let me tell you something right now, y'all. Don't come on my show and be waffling. It's absolute rights or absolute wrong. If it's too hot to drink, don't drink it. If it's too cold, you're gonna get brain freeze. Am I right or am I wrong? So I want people to come on this show, and I want them to pick a side, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. Union or not, in a relationship, each person is choosing a side. I guarantee you. This is real. And like my man said, the female on the thing, I'll play it again. Like he said, how women think. You can coach or counsel women all you want to, Mr. Waffler, but she's still gonna think about herself first. Because look, they come into the relationship thinking he better protect and provide for me. That's Darwinism. That's been happening since we had a loincloth on our loins and spears. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. So I'm trying to go against evolution. I'm gonna shut up and let y'all go ahead and chime. It's all on you, Don. What you got to say to the brother?
Hey, look, I'm just sticking to what I was saying, man. Look, so I'm gonna break something down to you. I was this is one of my stories, and I don't really tell my business, but I had a female I was dealing with, man. She couldn't have had a better life, couldn't have had a better nothing. Still went out and did what she did on the side. And we was living, we going to Miami, we going here, we going there, the kids straight. She told me, I forgot where all this was coming from. She got beyond herself, her head was blew up and got left, you know what I'm saying? Then decided to go out and still cheat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we ain't both on the same page, putting an equal amount of effort in this relationship, it ain't gonna be one. Because the women want you to do 10 times more than them. You know what I'm saying? But then in certain situations when you got bum dudes that don't want to do nothing, a woman will take care of them. It goes both ways. But
All right, all right. I'm gonna give my brother Dion. I'm gonna give you some applause on that, my brother. I applaud you. That's real stuff. Now, you heard what he had to say, Mr. Dion Man there, sir. What you got to say about that with your union?
He said exactly what I said. He just reiterated what I said. What did you hear? That's my question. What was you listening to? So the thing is that he's talking about an equal thing where you both are given into the relationship equally. That's unified. And that same word I've been throwing up to you, which is cooperation. That's what that's about. Both of you are cooperating in the relationship.
I ain't gonna trip. I ain't gonna trip. Now, y'all act all like y'all heard the right thing. I know Cousin Spencer ain't gonna let me down. Cousin Spencer, what's going on? What did you hear?
Well, what I hear from what he's saying that they need equalness. Your relationship is supposed to be equal, but in an instance, a woman do demand more stuff than you're supposed to get, which they do. They want this high level stuff, so a man got to push himself even harder to get something that he really either can't provide or can get it, but it's gonna put more work into it, and it's gonna add more stress to him.
Okay, but what do you think about other DR men's union and cooperation statement? I mean, is that really realistic?
That's built for a marriage. Yes, it should work for a marriage if it's in unity wise, but relationship wise, if it ain't gonna be structured way.
So I'm just saying, if you get enough to a marriage, you're not gonna do those things before you get married.
Yeah,
like it's just supposed to pop up when you get married.
Usually, like if you in a relationship, it's supposed to be an equal partnership. Then that should transition to a marriage. The transition easier. Most of the time, it's either women see it as it's 75, it's 60-40 or 75-25 type of deal. When it's majority of more of them, either they want more, we have to give less. Like we get less, they get more.
Okay, so my question to y'all: what do y'all feel is the difference between before you get married? Say you together with somebody for 5-6 years, y'all been engaged for forever, until you get a paper. What's the difference in a piece of paper? Like, what is the paper really saying? I know in the Bible, you're supposed to get married, but what is the difference in the before and a piece of paper?
3 months. My man said y'all got 3 months to get yourself together. Don't bring nothing into relationship. It was 3 months. You got a 3 months contract. As soon as you say, "Oh, you my babe, you my boo," we in this together. You got 3 months to clear your phone out, get rid of your issues and all that, or Cousin Spencer is walking. Go ahead, Dion, man.
I would say that this is exactly how this European colonial system got our black minds messed up. We out of our minds. In Africa, the marriage, you already married when you get together. Marriage is two people coming together. It doesn't matter. The ceremony comes later. It's the ceremony that acknowledges your marriage. So the thing is it's like she's saying, you don't just start that stuff once you get married. You got to be that already. You got to be qualifying for that. And you ain't going to qualify for it if you ain't already there.
Man, Dion, man, he upsetting me. He upsetting me. He going in. He talking about in Africa. We not in Africa, fool. This is the United States of America. What happens in Africa ain't gonna happen over here. And
but you African. It doesn't matter, man. You African.
The world gonna come down. We gonna know Jesus back.
You out your mind. You out your mind. Get back in your African mind.
Sisters, if Jesus don't come down out the burning bush and tell them to listen to their man, they ain't listening.
Well, you know what? Not all of us ain't all of us on that. Look, you see this? That's an unk. This is African, baby. This ain't Christianized. This ain't Europeanized and Greco-Roman stuff. Okay. I deal with African spirituality, not that. Okay. It ain't knocking nobody because I grew up Christian, but I ain't Christian.
Okay.
So that don't work on me.
I respect that. Don Rico.
Hey,
Don Rico,
this all I'm saying, man.
whether
Look,
you Sunni Muslim, Christian, or spiritual from Africa, I want to know right now is what my man talked. How much cooperation? You know what? Since we got a panel right here right now, let's put Men's thing to the test.
look.
How much cooperation on a scale from 1 to 10 has any woman ever given you above 7.5 with cooperation? Okay. That's your answer. I'll applaud the answer. Let's give him some applause on that answer.
Hold on.
I love that answer. Let's give him some applause on that answer.
I got
something keeps happening with my camera.
Look, check this out.
Don't you go nowhere, Damon. Don't you go
nowhere.
I'm
trying not to, but something happened to my camera. But I'm still here. Go ahead. I can hear you.
On what he said. He talking about the marriage is, or whatever the marriage is in. We're in a whole nother time, in a whole nother like way of life now. It's 2022.
Fact.
Marriage is nowhere near what it used to be.
Fact.
You know what women want? They want to make fans only pages and get paid. It's more about money with them and what they can get than love and children. Trust me.
I see what the issue is. The issue is we talk about two different calibers of women. I don't see women like that. The women y'all talking about, they don't come nowhere in my vicinity.
Well, you know,
you lucky then, because they're all out here, all ages, from 30 to 40 to 50.
My lovely assistant, can y'all write this down? I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. That's a good topic to have. How does a good man find a woman of better caliber?
No, I know what you're saying.
I just don't me myself. I don't want no woman that's just submissive to me. I want a woman that's gonna stand up and go to war with me
and build with you. Right?
We just created a topic. This is gonna be a topic. I'm gonna bring it back. I hope y'all come back for this. I'm gonna try to get some women on here. I saw Kristen. I'm gonna reach out to her in a couple of seconds. But look, that's a great topic. How do we go about finding a woman of the caliber Dion Men is talking about that can give us that cooperation we need? Because the cooperation has to be like 8.2 or above. 7.5 and below, that's not marriage level, serious commitment level cooperation. And I'm just telling you, I didn't even get to you, Cousin Spencer. I'm gonna get to you in a second, right now. Let me know, Cousin Spencer, right now, what relationship were you ever involved in? You got above 7.5. That means 7.6 and above cooperation from a sister or a woman you was with.
One. Literally one. That was literally one I let go.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
And I blame myself for that one. But she was a perfect woman. Smart and she was smart, beautiful, everything. She was very cooperative with me. It was like for me, I felt I was like too good to be true type of deal. And I felt like I wasn't good enough for that. I don't know why, but I just did. But
what did you do?
I didn't cheat or nothing. Neither one of us did. It's just the fact I felt like I wasn't good enough to be with somebody like that. That was just my thinking during that time.
Did you move out? How to move on? How to let you in? That's what you want to know.
We ended on as mutual. We sometimes still talk to each other here and there every now and then. But it ended. It just ended that way. I wound up breaking up with her because I felt I wasn't good enough. Because I felt like she was going to go farther than I ever thought. If I stay,
what do you mean good enough, bro? What, making enough money?
I was working a job, everything. I just felt like I wouldn't have been good enough for her because I felt like I held her back in a sense. That's what.
Yeah, that's about what that equates to. And again, we can let me tell y'all this, brothers, and I love all of my black brothers, right? And I'm always up here to build with you. But let me be honest with you. You're only going to attract only to the limit at which you see yourself. So if you see yourself, if you're still attracting these fans only pays girls and these girls who just want all this.
Jesus.
That's about how you see yourself. So you gotta change it. Look, I'm a king and I have a kingdom. And if it's anything less than the queen comes up in here, she don't qualify. Period. So that's how you get it. You gotta. It's the way that you see yourself. If she ain't your reflection, then she shouldn't even be stepping to you.
I could see something on
Now
that
we over
point.
here to Don Rico. Don
Then
Rico, you done heard the full Monty.
I heard it. I'm saying it ain't what nobody attracts or does, because the women that you try to get with, that is upper class, that is this or that, they might not even speak to you. You walk past them, how you doing today? Nose in the air, gone. Act like they don't, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Every
a
woman,
legitimate comeback, bro. I'm gonna applaud that joint right
every
there.
woman has their own thing.
Go
Every
ahead.
woman has their own thing. I think this brother at the top, man, you should go back, get back with her. I did the same thing. I messed up a good woman. I did it. You should go back. You didn't do what I did. I did other things, but go back and get back with that lady, man. That's probably why y'all still having that contact. Because God gonna bring y'all back together.
What do you think, cousin President? Can we get on the show? We should come on the show. Can we match make a little bit on the show? What's going on?
Say what?
Y'all, you still talk to her? Can she come on the show? Is she married now? Is she too far gone? What's going on?
No, she wound up taking on her sister's kids because her sister passed away. You know.
Oh, was she available? Yeah, bring her on the show. We'll hook y'all.
No.
Okay. That is that. So we got the right or wrong segment. Are we doing the Ask Shay? Does somebody have a question to ask you?
I need some people to be DM me in my Instagram so I can have some. But I did hear something on the radio. It was a lady, and she was like, I've been with this guy for 3 years. You know, we've been in a relationship. We married, but that's my man. And um he said he was gonna divorce her, and he won't, basically. So now he's trying to break up with her. And she was like, I'm not having that. He not leaving me. You know what I'm saying? But you basically is a mistress. She's saying that they in a relationship. The wife don't know nothing about her, but she know everything about her. They go to the same hair salon. She go and get her nails done. Where she go get her nails done. I'm like, that's kind of, there's something wrong with that.
We got a panel for that. Go ahead, Dion, man. You go ahead and break that down. I'm gonna let you up out of here. I know you're a busy guy. You got stuff to do. But I do want to get a Tuesday with you and your beautiful queen, because y'all can come on here and shut the whole place down. Again, I'm looking for sponsorship. I got a local person that was looking like they want to come on for sponsorship. The more, the merrier. You saw I ran a iMovie ad. We'll put an ad out there for your online program. I'll get your sponsorship package. We hope that you come on board, man. We'd love to see more of y'all together. But go ahead and break that down. I mean, she's a mistress. She's doing the most. What do you have to say about that?
Well, the thing is, and she don't want to let him go, huh? Well, that's like the auntie, right? The auntie of the kids. She don't have all the responsibility of the kids. Her job is just to have fun. She ain't got to do nothing else, right? So yeah, that's the fun part. So she got a sweet deal. That's why she don't want to let it go. But the thing about it is that uh what she's offering him is not offering anything for his own growth, but his wife, who he has to take care of, he's got to step up to. He's measuring himself by that relationship. It's not measured by the side piece. The side piece don't give us. That's a massage. That's all that is. But the work, the labor, and the growth comes from the serious relationships that we get in. So that's why I say it's always going to be a reflection of you. And there's no reflection for him on the side piece. So she need to let him go if he's trying to go. He gonna outgrow her anyway. She gonna get left flat on her face. That's what's gonna happen.
I don't see how 3 years you've been like in a relationship. He keep telling you, yeah, I'm gonna divorce her for 3 years.
Go ahead,
Like,
cousin
it
Spencer.
really
What do
has
you
to be
think
something
about
wrong.
this?
There has to be something wrong with you.
That is bad, terrible. I'm sorry. He's stringing that woman along as long as possible, and she allowing herself to get strung along with that. If that man doing that, he don't care about his wife. He don't care about you. He just getting what he getting, and is still probably getting what he getting from his wife. He ain't that man a dog. I'm sorry to say that. And she the fool. Is she the fool for being with that? She should be going out to find herself an actual husband that she can actually be with instead of trying to deal with somebody else's husband.
Gotta do it, man. Cousin Spencer, he got that cricket service, man. He killing us. We gotta get him to do it. Hey, we gonna start a GoFundMe page for Cousin Spencer to get a lapel mic or a better phone because this phone killing the guy. All right, so we gonna do it like that. Don Rico, you up next, baby. Let's go.
Man, look, man. The only thing a person can do to you is what you allow. You know what I'm saying? So if you allow and you content with how a person treating you like that, then they shouldn't be complaining at all. You know what I'm saying? They should be, like she said, 3 years, you the side chick. That's all you're gonna be. You must be doing something that the wife won't, because that's why he ain't letting her go.
Ain't letting her go.
He want his cake and eat it too. And if the only person can allow that is the woman, because she's allowed it to go on. So, boop, your fault.
She might be Corinna Steffens. What's her name? Super duper.
Super, you did.
Super duper. That's what it sounds. It sound like fool. Hey,
Corinna
hey. All right. Final comments, man. My man Rico. We're gonna let you up out of here, man. You working hard. The whole deal. Shout out whoever you want to shout out. We're gonna do shout outs now. Shout somebody out, your son. I seen him on the show before. Shout somebody out, man. Shout some folks out, man. Represent the hood. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby.
So for one, I'm gonna shout out the host. Shout out to my boy, man, for letting me come on here. Shout out to
Shay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the other brothers on here with their opinions.
Okay.
Everybody's opinions matter.
Respect.
I mean. But big shout out to my boy D Nice, a childhood friend. May you rest in peace. We'll see you Friday, baby.
What am I missing here, fam? What happened to D Nice?
D Nice died, man. He passed away.
Really?
Yeah, man. I thought you knew, man. You ain't see all that stuff on Facebook?
No, I mean, I don't really. I conversate with Ugg all the time. I mean, I was just talking to him earlier today about coming on the show. He says something going on his phone or something like that, but I ain't seen nothing on his page. Like, I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, man, it's on there, man. It's true.
So Don ain't got Don. It's just Don now.
Yep. Out of 3 brothers, it's 1 left.
I'm gonna hit him up, man. Thanks for letting me know that. What's going on, brother Basim? Yeah, I'm gonna let him know that.
Man, I'm out of here, man. I'll see y'all again, man.
Appreciate you, bro. You up anytime. Just hit us up. And that's Don Rico, man. We're gonna go to my man cousin Spencer, man. Shout whoever out you want to shout out, man. Give me ex-wife.
Shout out to my lovely kids, my daughter Elena, my daughter Alexandra, my son Junior. Shout out to the Pinkston family. Shout out to you as the host, my cousin.
Pinkston family, baby. What's going on, everybody? Pinkston's all over the world. Pinkston's in Japan, Russia. Pinkston's all over the place. When my Aunt Steffi said, I got Pinkston, I was like, what? I'm like, dang, Facebook is Pinkston. They were like, who is you? I said, man, Herc told me to reach out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? They were like, oh, okay. Like, there's a whole hundreds of people now on my page. The Pacers, right? Yeah, nothing but love for y'all, man. Watch your back out there in Milwaukee, man. It might be some copycats. Now, Dominic, the film that came out. I don't want you to come on. Hey. Appreciate you, man, cuz you a panel member. You welcome anytime, man. You know what it is. Wild Out Wednesday coming up tomorrow night. You already know this. Let's do it, baby. Man. D.R. man.
What's
The
going on,
man,
brother?
the man went so hard and he broke his camera. He must. Would you do headbutt your camera with your ball
Man,
yourself?
I don't know. I just did an update on my computer just only moments ago,
Oh yeah, that'll
and
do it, bro.
and now this thing is it's not acting right with with
Mhm.
StreamYard. So it's all good though.
That'll
But
do it
yeah,
every
yo, but
time.
look, man, I definitely want to send a sincere congratulations to you, man, on your 150th episode, and also the increase in your spectatorship. That's big. That's big. That's your consistency, man. So just hang in there. Uh,
Beside every great man, it better be a great woman. So I have to give her, all the credit in the world, man. I never really dated a woman like Shay Dr. Man, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I know that you have your queen, man. I mean, I may have found mine. I mean, I got to be here for a considerable amount of time. Don't get me wrong, if I can claim that, but y'all got some years in behind yourself. But I know what it's like to coast. When you have that person that's your backbone. I'm trying to get her to start her own platform up, man. She has a lot to offer. It's a lot of women out there that can learn a lot from Shay.
I can tell.
And what she does, man. So I appreciate you. You give me that compliment. I gotta alley-oop that thing straight to her to dunk it, man. She's a very
I
special
say,
person.
and plus she's a Cowboys fan. I'm from Fort Worth, Shay. I'm from Fort Worth, so I'm with you.
He's such a hater.
It's okay. He's supposed to be
No,
because he ain't
but
from
the
here.
thing about it is, the people that always keep Cowboys in their mouth, they are undercover fans.
Of course, that's what I think.
I don't understand. Just say it.
It's not about where you're from, it's about where you're at. I'm in Cowboy land, so I'll cheer for the Cowboys. I'm a Steelers fan, though.
Do I need to
So
pull up the picture of you in a jersey?
It just works for me. I mean, I'm just saying, man, I'll cheer for the Cowboys. I'm in love with a Cowboy fan.
But we
There's Pittsburgh all day, baby. Yeah, baby. You know it is. I'll flex on that. You see it flexing, the P flexing.
But wait a minute.
Make yours flex. Make yours flex.
Who just lost though? Who lost?
We ain't losing nothing. It's called rebuild. The NFL, when you tell the NFL, our team makes millions and trillions of dollars every year because everybody really is a Steelers fan. And if they not, they respect the black and gold when we step on the field. It is what it is. It's house going up. Look, we went to a Cowboys fan and almost got in a fight with other Cowboys fans acting up.
Now, I can't even name 5 Pittsburgh Steelers right now. I don't even know none of their names.
It's okay.
But I bet you know all the Cowboy names.
Can you name how many Labari trophies y'all got?
We ain't talking about that.
Can you name how many we got?
How many?
Do we have?
You don't even know.
Do we have more than you guys?
You don't even know.
It's all about the big game. It's all about the gold, baby. It's all about that bling bling. You know what I'm saying? Don't be talking about my organization because we tops. And we have the only tenured African head coach in the league.
Well,
yeah, we changing the culture. You know what I'm saying? We holding it down. Shout out to the Rooney family. It's going down. Look for cousin Fred. Remind them, cousin Fred. They know what it is. Hey, young man. Did you get an opportunity to put in the chat? Okay. I just want to look. I want to get the business out there. People. The reason why I favor you a lot is not because of your status and your business. It's just because we need to consider alternative strategies to how we do things.
Yes,
and when we as online coaches, I mean, my platform, I've had it there. I got international claim on mine. I was invited overseas because of mine. Coaching is so important to you people. Men, break it down for them, what you do, how you do it, as you're please typing the link or the web address to your. Yeah, we need coaching. We need a mental shift. We need to become capable of seeing different perspectives to be successful in this complex society. Break it down for them.
Well, I'm about to launch the next phase of business in an organization called the Abode of Osar.
Wow.
And it is the Institute of Personal Excellence. And in that, I have gone full circle coaching people from physical, spiritual, mentally, and emotional.
Wow.
So everything, so it's all encompassing, showing you how to become the absolute best version of yourself. And it's always going to be measured by your relationships. Always
I
going to be
still
measured.
don't know what people gonna become on my. When you said that to me, that's when this man asked me, like, Taibu, what will they become from joining your program? That was like 3 or 4 months ago. I still ain't heard that.
It's not an easy thing, but you know, but look at
Man.
what you've already do. I mean, I can help you out with that because I've seen what you do with people. So we gonna have to get on the phone and talk about that. I can help you with that.
Nah, we're coming to Long Beach. Would you like to go to Long Beach? We can stuff the dog out in the backyard with a little enough food for him to eat, for her to eat.
Uh-oh.
And we can take the kids to your brother's house, your sister's house, or we split them up. Maybe their daddy went for a good weekend. I don't know. Maybe their daddy won.
I'm done.
The bottom line is, I need to come out there and get some of that California sun, and I'm gonna bring probably more bottled water than the law allowed, but they're gonna have to allow it right now because I ain't got it. They're gonna be like, they probably still in the baggage area anyway. the bottom line is, I'm telling you, man of my word, we coming out there, bro. So you're gonna have to put the what's it called, the futon, right? You're gonna put the futon by the window overlooking the beach. I know how you're living over there.
I ain't living like that. I'm not there. I'm 20 blocks from the beach, man. So about 20 blocks.
I'm just speaking that thing into existence, my brother, man. You on your way, bro. I'm gonna be right there every step.
Gotcha.
I just want y'all to know that I've only been conscious for 7 years, and I'm 47. I don't want young people, and my daughter, you know, she and I have fell out, and she just not reaching back out to me. That's a huge boost when I have a lot of people want to see me fall. I have more people that's coming to me for services and products, but a lot of people that are still trying to position themselves to bring me down. So I just want to say this one thing to everybody right now, with my brother on deck. You have to be capable of seeing a different perspective to be successful in today's complex society and on a global platform. You have to be capable of seeing a different perspective. And that was the big deal with me. I wasn't capable for 40 years of seeing a different perspective. It took almost insurmountable odds against me in a terrible situation for me to finally realize that I was incapable of considering, how do I say it, brother, of considering another perspective in an actionable sense. You can see somebody else's point of view, Shay, but if you're not capable of being actionable on that advice you're giving, it's all for naught. Go ahead, help me out. You see what I'm trying to get at.
No, you hit it right on the nail, right there. You know, you didn't know how to, you wasn't acting. Your actions didn't line up with that, and that's the most vulnerable I've ever seen you, man. I'm proud of you. Is that right? It's her. That's right.
When you meet cousin Spencer, I hope he's still watching, or hope he goes back and watches this part of the show. When he said he met somebody that was better than him, and he just broke it off, and he just couldn't deal with it. You have to think of the trauma that brother's been through, to where he would get that blessing he'd been praying for and just hand it back to God. So, there's a lot to be said about being around people in general. Like, I love crowds. Don't get me wrong. Just as much as anybody, I love crowds. But I thank God for old age. Like, I'm considering really, like, when I was a jailbird, it got to the point where I was considering, like, damn, I might really die in jail. They might be kept rolling me out one day and everybody had to stop on the way to child. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to consider these things. Now I'm free and I'm conscious. People are like, why you change your name? I'm like, why aren't you changing? You're free, right? Do slave masters still own you? Then why? How come your last name is Johnson or Bitnerick? You know what I'm saying? You think they have those names in Durban, Virginia, South Africa? You think they have those names in Nigeria? Well, go there or Google it and see. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not have? If nobody can't tell you can't anymore, how long has it been since they could tell us we couldn't have our own name, speak our own language? It's been a while, huh? So when people ask me that, our people, I'm equally as appalled. Like, what are you still doing? And not and we romanticize slavery, right? Like only one slave family owned us the whole time off the boat. Like it wasn't like that.
No,
You know what I'm
no.
saying? You were a Walworth. You were, you know what I'm saying? Nick Seski. You know, you were a lot of different names. And then, in case y'all African people didn't know that you never stopped being African, you weren't even given a last name until the 39 census. So for the first 200 some years, you was just Lil Buck or Lil May May. You didn't even have a last name. If you had children, they was just Lil Buck 1, Lil Buck 2. You didn't even have you weren't even given a last name. So I mean, you know, now that you can choose your own, the fact that you just like, nah, you know, it's cool. You what? So I'm telling you to be conscious and see what's going on. Dealing with somebody like Shay is just like Cousin Spencer. I'm gonna have to work on Cousin Spencer because he's not really conscious. Because had he been conscious and met that woman, he would have had to do a lot of what I'm talking about this week, which is point the thumb. When I met Shay, she was doing things that was way above any other chick I dated. Way above. I couldn't figure it out. You know, because she was married for what, 10 years, but she was with the guy for 12 years. I'm like, what kind of guy leaves somebody like this? And I'm like, it became clear to me as things started coming up that she wasn't dealing with a guy that was about anything. And that was tough. You know, that was tough. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So now, since I know I'm about something, I kind of have to go through the process of looking at myself. Am I strong enough to deal with her until her issues subside? Or am I going to just say, I'm going to toss all this value back out in the sea? You know what I'm saying? And I might get with somebody initially because the honeymoon phase lasts about a good 6 months to a year, most relationships. So I'm going to continue to have 6 months to a year relationships until the honeymoon phase ends. Then there's no substance, or I have to ride out this 6 months to a year with her, opportunity to let go of her past issues and past disappointments. Now, during the process, I'm learning a lot about myself, you know, because I get mad about little stuff. Quit it.
I saw it again.
Look, can you see us or your camera? We can't see you.
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, okay. So we can all see your head nod back there behind me when I said it. The thing is, I have to decide why I'm getting mad about these small things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's where the thumb pointing come. Like she'll be like, I'm like, she's like, can you just lay down, please? And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'll be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'll be tripping, bro.
It ain't your fault. It ain't your fault. It's your nature, brother. You part of the best that they took out of Africa to come and build America, right? And what I mean by that is that you are one of the warriors. You the descendant of one of the warriors, and you and me both. And so I know me too. My drug of choice was anger, you know, and I didn't know how to do that. But I understand that me getting angry was costing me everything I was trying to build. So then I had to start checking myself. And that's what set me on the spiritual journey. Is I had to
Yeah.
figure out how do I tame that animal within myself, and how do I make it work for me rather than against me? How
I'm
do I
cheating
use
right
it to
now.
nurture?
I'm cheating right now. I'm just letting her do it. I'm cheating right now. I'm
Is that
sorry.
right?
I'm sorry. I'm just letting her do it.
Shay,
I
you know what
did.
you can do? You know what you can do, Shay? Is first of all, think about all the good stuff, all the greatness, because this guy got a lot of greatness in him. And every time he gets like that, you start speaking his greatness to him, and say this: I trust you because you're great in this way. You're great in this way. What you're doing is not part of your
Sign
greatness.
her up.
That's
Sign
gonna
her up.
that's
Let's
gonna
get her.
that's gonna
I want her. I
that's
want
gonna
you on
set
this
him down.
program right now.
That's gonna set him down. Trust
I
me.
want.
That's an assignment I give all my clients, and it works. Hold him to his greatness.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would definitely work. I think in her own quiet country way. I'm from the north. I think in her
Oh
own
my
little
God.
quiet country way that she gets that off in certain different ways. I think it was one time she said something. I was because I'm an academic, so they tell you that you have further gas mileage by so many gallons or so many miles if you drive a certain speed. So I had a job. I was working like an hour. I was living in Dallas at the time. I was working like in Roanoke. So I was working like an hour away from where I was. There was during traffic time, which I got off in traffic time. It was like a 2 hour drive back home. It was crazy. And so we are talking about gas one time, and she was like, "You really think that the distance you have to go is going to cost less gas if you drive slower?" She just said something made me think. I was just like, you know. And I took her to be like simple and country minded. This is how I looked at her because of how she was initially. You know what I'm saying? And I thought to myself, there's something to this. And I had to open the book, start reading the cover. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And read these pages, like, hold on. And I mean, I picked terribly terrible, because I wasn't conscious and I was out of my mind, still crazy. So when I had kids, I wasn't looking for a super mom type woman. You know what I'm saying? Now
Right.
I'm dating one, I can see the difference. Like if I had chose or met or chose a shade, just to have my kids by, I wouldn't be going through what I'm going through now. Do you know how crazy my kids is buck
Yes, sir.
wild?
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about buck ass wild, my kids. And I know that that's me in them, but they moms are stoking the fire because they're not super moms. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Shay is. They momming, they doing the best they can. Don't get me wrong, but I could have, so it's like seeing her every day. Not that I'm ashamed or feel guilt or nothing like that, but I'm just glad that there are women out there like that.
Right.
That really, you know what I'm saying? No matter how the man treats or acts towards the kids, whatever they do, you know what I'm saying? That woman's like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing X, Y, Z to a standard for mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just, she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand what she knows, because we're fairly new in this. We're close to a year now, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Shay, what do you have to say to the brother Damon? Man, he's a pretty deep brother, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to California because she ain't been there, and I ain't been there in a while. So,
yeah.
What you got to say to the good brother before we let him go?
Like I'm asking a question. What am I doing?
Yeah, she works 10 hours a day, man, being a super mom. So I think that she's a little bit over the time. But brother, you welcome anytime. You a panel member. If whatever, like my cousin Spencer, if you want to come on the show, when I'm podcasting, shoot the link, and you can jump in there. You don't gotta stay the whole time either. I appreciate that you do, but you can hop in for a second, give us a nugget, and shoot out. You're a panel member. Make sure that you I'll send the sponsorship pack. I gotta make one now with the how many views I get and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? How much I podcast, whatever the guy asked for the particulars. So I'll get you the same thing. But yeah, we'll put a sponsorship package together for you because I'm gonna need that going into November. more sponsors locally and online to get done just the reach that we can have in an
I
area
got you.
like the DFW when almost all the stars come here at some point every year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
the reach that we can have by getting them to tap in and influence them and have some real conversations. Pointing the thumb is paramount to growing and developing at any age, let alone for people who are beleaguered, who are marginalized, and it's subjugated. So I mean, we as a people have to be comfortable and get comfortable pointing the thumb until we can see that different perspective that can help us elevate. You know,
That's right, brother.
my man, Damon. Hey, look, man, look, I'm telling you, it's. Do you know how I met Damon? Real quick, I was passing out flyers that I mean, this is we have different names now. I mean, he knew me when
Yeah.
I was John Wright, and I knew
Hmm.
him he was just Damon. And I mean, he had a really nice basement, studio. Like family, he's always been a cut above for real. Like, but I was passing out flyers downtown, and I saw this gym he had with the guy named Jeff. So I walked in there, and I was shocked. Like in an area like that brothers own the place. I was like, what? So I shot up in there. They embraced me. They were like, "Yeah, you got another one." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yeah, more on the south side." So yeah, that just started, man, like a lifelong friendship, and what I mean, like it was just, that's just how God orchestrates things.
That's right.
He's while he's telling y'all I'm nothing like I was back then. He ain't nothing like you back then. You know what I'm saying? But uh, in church, our pastor, shout out to the Ramp Church, Texas.
Yes. Yeah.
He talks about how men should be accountable to other men, and we have to deal with people who are above our station so we can continue always to build with them. You know what I'm saying? To push them, but to build to get where they are. And when I put the little Dia Men's a waffler, and she know how I get at people. You handle that really graciously. Like my
like an instigator.
my cousins, I
Hey Shay, you got to know what's yours and what's somebody else's. That's his stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
I know. I know.
Hey, I done ran my cousins off here. I was getting ready. I had a snippet of me getting at my cousin because he's not teaching his son discipline. When I asked him how he's raising his son, he didn't use the word discipline. And this is an African father, every day raising an African son, successful. My cousin Jared's always been successful, but he admitted, he was like, my son just does his own thing. He goes his own way. I'm like, what? His son's I think Champ's like 11 or 12. I'm like, what? And so when I called him out, my cousin Fred was like, man, I heard you. He said, man, you don't play no games because you can call your people out. You know what I'm saying? So like they don't come on my show much no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I can't help it. So when I put the waffler thing up, but I know you though. I know I know you wasn't gonna bite. It was just like, let me see if I can't, you know what I'm saying, get, just a little razzle dazzle going on, whatever, whatnot. But the whole time I'm watching you laughing and clapping your hands. So I'm like, I know you was feeling it. I'm not I don't do things just for crowd effect. I was really hoping that to get him to choose a side, but he stuck to his union, organized union. Shout out to the unions. He said.
Because I know every time I say something about cooperation or unifying and coming together, it sets this brother off. he'll come to the light.
You know what? People used to ask me like, what kind of woman do you like? And I always shot it to him. I would say she has to be attractive, docile, and obedient. You know what I'm saying? And people didn't know what to do with that because I would shoot out so quick. She has to look good. She has to be docile and obedient. And people just will be like, whoa,
Yeah, I got spiritual teachers, man. I'm talking about gurus that say the same thing. That say the same thing. And I still, they my teachers, but I don't agree with them on that. Is that you don't want, I want a woman I can build with. She's gonna have to have some gumption. You know what I'm saying? She can't be, because she got to be able to steer me and inspire me in the right way too. So no, I can't have no woman that's just docile and so-called obedient. She gotta know where she going on her own. You know.
You want a pet? That's what you want.
But where he's coming from, because other women want to be commodities, like, because even Don Rico was bringing us some good points about the expectation of women, especially these days. They want men to pay their bills and do all this stuff. Uh, they want men to keep being the provider like we always have been, but they're not being the home caregivers like they used to be. So that's why that's more of a stronger message nowadays, because they have really stepped out of their roles.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what am I paying for? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? For my money, just look good, be docile and obedient. Basically speaking, you're spoken to, child. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just trying to get rid of that narrative. That's all. For me, I don't accept it. You got to come with it. You got to know where you're going.
Look. Now, the Europeans got that movie 300, right? They got all these. They found 300 chiseled, rock hard bodybuilding, juicing. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they found 300 Europeans to come out there, rock solid abs. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe like 50, and it just made it seem like it was that many.
Look, but for all that bravado and buffness on the screen, right? It was the chick that was the real head. Because only Spartan women give birth to real men. Like that, it sticks in my head. Like, how dare the Europeans say something like that?
Well, for them, that's Hollywood antics. But the truth is, only African women give birth to real men.
I mean, in my gut, I love the movie, people, but how dare she make such a random statement like that? You know what I'm saying? If he was gonna die anyway, he should have went straight in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, this should have been a brawl right there. You know what I mean? Like, we going down. What? Man.
Well, a good movie, and I was looking at the title, like, You're a Mess. The title of this, I guess, is this podcast, right? You're a Mess. If you want to see your mess, go look at that movie called Smile. It's a horror movie I took my daughter yesterday for her birthday to see it. But it's a movie called Smile. And it's literally about how bad we look when we have to face our mess. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all go check it out, and that might be something you want to talk about at some point.
We got a new topic for the show tonight. I'm just saying, people, shouldn't nobody be promoting like one ethnicity is just that much greater than everybody else's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that was a random statement that they could have left out that movie. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know. It bothers me a little bit.
But that's just European masturbation. That's all.
I mean, look, when I'm saying these things, I want African people to wake up and look at the real history.
Yes.
No matter how hard you have to dig, find out that these Europeans, they're not even carbon copies of us. They studied everybody else because they knew that they were that far behind. When they hit the shores of Africa, people, the European realized we're way far behind. It wasn't like they just came with muskets and guns. They saw the riches there and plotted on a way to take them from us eons ago. Somebody said, the Asians over, and we went over in the Great Wall, they got gunpowder. You know what I'm saying? They were scheming on. I'm not knocking them for wanting to conquest. I'm just saying it wasn't like they just came over there and they just dominated. What they saw was that they were way far behind. Also, original history teaches us that Africa really, African nations and civilizations really overran Europe a couple different times. So in modern history, the European has done a great job of basically whitewashing the entire history of the world to make it seem like he thought of everything. He invented everything. Everything started with him. It's the most ridiculous. It's almost like a little itty bitty baby going waddling into a business, a big, huge Donald Trump building, and demanding to speak to the manager. That's how ridiculous. It's just something that just doesn't make any sense. If I said a 2-year-old walked into the building and demanded to see the manager about how come the revolving door was so heavy that they couldn't push their way in. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to wait somebody open the door for me. Like you wouldn't even believe that. But yet we believe that the European invented psychology and psychological thought. You know, Sigmund Freud. And, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. I'm gonna let it go right there. But it's just I'm not against Hollywood. It's just I just think that I'm just sometimes it galls.
No, you should be because they do write narratives that are false. I mean, but and they call it entertainment, but they are subliminally putting messages out there. So yeah, you gotta be very careful with that. Like the that movie, The Woman King. You know, sure it's inspiring and everything, but that was based on true events. But the way they depicted it in the movie was not how it was. So just know that. So they doing a damage. They doing a number on our psyche out here.
Send me an email with your link to your business, to your platform. I'll put it in the description later. Amen, everybody. Thank you so much, man.
All right. Thank you for having me, brother.
And everybody out there. Anytime. Whew. Thank you for always being there to help me with my run-on sentences. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Join us tomorrow. Wild Out Wednesday. You know what's going down. Point the Thumb is about to go overboard and into overload. That's the show.
Bye.